Hey everyone, it's Jordan, Millionaire Millennial. In this video, I want to talk a lot about how I design and prototype products to sell on Amazon. So first things first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so and click the bell so you get notified anytime that I release a new video, because I don't want you to miss out on all my cool new content that I put out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into my computer, and I'm going to look at some products that I could take advantage of to prototype and design, and then we will look into suppliers to actually manufacture those products. So right now I'm here on Amazon and I'm looking at this window cleaning kit, and if you were in my live stream a few days ago, I talked about this exact product and seeing that this is something that we could sell. However, we don't want to sell the exact version of it, right? And this goes into making your own version of a product. So this is like a window cleaning kit, aka it's like a squeegee and maybe like a pole and maybe some little rags or something, okay? But what we want to do is we want to modify this product so that it stands away from the rest of our competition. So it's better than all of the products that are already being sold on Amazon. So if these products are selling well, there's no reason that if we were to make a version of this that's better, that we wouldn't get sales as well. And so that's what prototyping and manufacturing custom designed products is all about, is that we find products that are already selling like we would normally do, but instead of just copying other people's listings and copying their products, we modify them and we design them a little differently so that they're actually better. And so that's exactly what we're going to do with these little squeegee things. So I actually found this live in one of my live streams. So I'm not actually going to sell this product, but I do think it's a pretty good product if you wanted to maybe change some things up a little bit and end up selling it. So I'm just going to look at this first product. This is our big competition, right? So there's 530 reviews. It's ranked really well, and it makes a ton of sales. But how could we make this product better? So the best way to do this is just to look at the listing itself, and I like to look at reviews, and then I look at the bad reviews. So like 1, 2, and 3-star reviews. Even though there's not a lot of them, these are going to give an insight of why customers didn't like this particular product. So immediately just looking at these reviews, this one's in Spanish, so I don't really speak a lot of Spanish, but it sounds like this guy's upset about his tracking number. And then, tried this product, did not work. So they don't tell you that these do not use the standard threaded adapter found on 99% of extension poles. So that's something that we could probably change. We could have our version have this standard thread that's on most extension poles, so that's something we would maybe jot down if we were taking notes here. The rubber squeegee is terrible, does not lay flat on glass or grip to glass. Alright, so there we go. We can make our version not have streaks by having a flatter version of it. And so we can just go through these and we can see all of the things wrong with it. And we don't want to just look at one listing, okay? Let's look at another listing. So maybe like, maybe this listing. And we can look at the reviews, and then we can look at the bad reviews. So this one actually has almost 20% 1-star reviews. And so obviously, the more bad reviews your competition has, the more opportunity you have to design a product that, beats out the competition in the sense of making a better product. So teeth on the handle do not match the grooves on the squeegee blade, making the extension handle useless. Okay, so we can design it a little better so that it's not messed up like that and that it actually works. Instruction looks like these attach to the pole, but I don't think it's the case. So this is saying that there's no way to attach onto securely, so maybe we can have a little snap-on. You kind of get the idea, you kind of get where I'm coming from, is we want to basically look through the bad reviews of our competition. And so I would actually go through and I would look through all of these different people. So like I would look at all the different squeegees. I would look at this one, this one, this one, and I would look at all the bad reviews. So I would actually have like a notebook out and I'd be writing down all of the different things that I could do to improve this product. So I would go through that list and I'd find all the different reasons, like the big negative things or the things that I saw consecutively over and over, and then I would say, okay, these are the most important things that were wrong with all of my competition. And then I'd also go for like some easy things. Maybe there's something that could easily be fixed. But But if you can change the product enough so that it meets all of the needs of the customer, then you're going to come into the market and you're going to have a product that stands above everybody else. And it doesn't really matter how much competition you have, because you've now made a product that doesn't have any competition in a way, because your product's now different than everybody else's. Your product is better than everybody else's, and so you're able to sell more of your product. So just going with this little squeegee example, I just saw a couple of them which were the fact that the threads didn't line up and that they weren't standard. So that's something that we could look at fixing right away. So when we have an idea of the things that we want to change for the product or things we want to modify, I'm going to take these different ideas and I'm going to go to Alibaba with them. Alright, so I'm going to find a manufacturer that already makes these little squeegee things. Alright, what's an actual title for these? Maybe just window cleaning kit. So we're just going to copy that and we're going to come into Alibaba and we're going to paste it right in to the search. And here we go. So we've got the window cleaning kit. This is a bunch of different stuff all in one. But this is kind of the product that a lot of them look like, as well as this. So it's like a squeegee on a pole. Alright, so these people have 9 years gold, so 11 transactions in the past 6 months. So I'd say that these people are pretty good suppliers. So what I would do is I would contact them and say, hello, I want to make a custom version of this product that has these specifications. Is this something that your manufacturing plant can handle? And if they're a real manufacturer, as in they actually build the products themselves, that won't be a problem. Because sometimes people on Alibaba, they're just suppliers, or they're selling, previous created products, and they just put your logo on them. But if you find a real manufacturer on here, and there's still a ton of real manufacturers, but if you find one, they will be able to do your customizations for you. So like here's one that's only a couple dollars. It's the little squeegee window kit right here. We saw this one on Amazon and we can get it for $1 to $2. Now, when you customize these things, they might charge you a little bit more than what they would for the normal thing. Now, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and it depends on how much you customize. But if you think of it like this, you'll be able to charge more money on Amazon because your product is better, it's higher grade than all of the other products on Amazon. So instead of copycatting everyone else, all you really need to do is make a product that's better than everyone else. And then you won't have any problems selling that product, so you don't have to spend a fortune in pay-per-click. You don't have to be begging your friends and family to leave reviews. You can just list the product, show that it's better in the pictures and in the description and the bullets, and then from there it should be able to sell itself pretty organically if you pick a good product and if you modify it in a way that makes sense. Now I know that sounds, way too simple and it sounds like it might be more complicated than that, but in reality that's all that I do whenever I'm modifying a product or designing and prototyping a new product. And when the manufacturer, if they agree to make this new product for me, I'll have them send me a sample, right? So they'll make the product, make like one version of it, and then they'll send me that prototype. I'll look at it, I'll decide, okay, this is good, or I want to change some things on this, and I'll tell them the things that I want them to change. They'll change them, and then they'll send me a second prototype. And I might go through this prototype stage, maybe 2 or 3 different versions of the product until I get a version of the product that I'm like, this is perfect, this is exactly what I'm looking for. At that point, I place a big order with the manufacturer for several hundred units, bring them into Amazon, and just sell them off, and then continue that cycle of just finding new products and prototyping new ones and designing different stuff. So this really isn't a super hard process for anybody to go through. It can be somewhat expensive because you're probably going to be paying like $50 to $100 per prototype, and that depends on the product. Some products might be even more than that, although some might be even less than that. But you're designing different versions, and so manufacturing plants are really good at mass producing things, but they're not really good at making like one version. They can't make a single product very cheaply, and so that's why they have to charge so much for these different prototypes when they're designing. But if you're willing to shell out a few $100s to get a really good product and prototype it properly and design it, then you'll make that money back 10, 20 times whenever you bring that product into the market. Like I said, this is what I do with a lot of my different products, and I'm going to tell you right now, it does work and it does pay off to design and create a product that's better than your competition. So I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, leave me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and tell me what you think about prototyping a product, and I'll see everyone in my next video. Bye.